What's up, Rugged family? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is all about solar lights. I saw Sarah Jane from Chic on the Cheap recently upload a video like this, and I'll make sure to link her down in the description box. You guys are gonna have to let me know your favorite DIY, because let me tell you, it's gonna be hard. There are some stunning DIYs in this video. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you do, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like content like this. With that being said, let's begin. For this project, we're going to be using 2 hula hoops in 2 different sizes. The other thing you're going to need are pool noodles, and you are going to slice them down the middle, but not all the way through, so that the pool noodle still stays intact. You don't want to make it 2 separate pieces.
Once you have your pool noodle sliced down the middle, you can wedge your hula hoop between that slice. I used 1 pool noodle and a half to cover up this smaller size hula hoop. Next up, I duct tape where the pool noodles meet, so this all becomes one bigger unit. I recommend using a duct tape that is the same color as the pool noodle that you use. Now for the star of the show, solar lights. You don't have to use the Dollar Tree solar lights. You can go get a different one if you don't like the way that the Dollar Tree ones work. Whichever one you get, you are going to remove it from the stick that it is attached to. You'll then start pushing your solar lights through the pool noodle, creating these holes that are going to go through it. Once you have those holes set in place, you're going to go back in with some hot glue so that the solar lights have something to attach to. I'm trying to get the hot glue in the crevices of the pool noodle, like deep inside of there, so that the solar lights don't go anywhere on me. Next up, you want to get some floral, greenery, and start attaching it to your pool noodle. I use zip ties to do this. I prefer to use zip ties over hot glue for 2 reasons. Number 1, this is going outside, so zip ties keeps the floral and the greenery in place. During a big windstorm, it's less likely to fall off than if I just used hot glue. The second reason is because if I decide to use the greenery in a different DIY, which I did a few times in this video, I'm able to cut the zip ties off without affecting the greenery. Versus using hot glue, I tried to peel it off the pool noodle. Now it has hot glue on it and pieces of pool noodle attached to it. So I prefer to use zip ties. You can use whatever you like. I started off with some leaf garland that I got at Hobby Lobby half off for $5, and then I started to attach this rose garland. Now I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. I got it years ago, so I'm not quite sure, but I'm pretty sure it was Hobby Lobby. I got some pink roses from Dollar Tree and some white roses from Hobby Lobby. I go ahead and I push those through my pool noodles. There was still a piece of stem pointing out so that I could push them directly into the pool noodle. I want this piece to hang, so I purchased this plant hanger from Dollar Tree. There are 3 chains that come down off of a hook. So the way I attach this to this piece is by taking a zip tie and I loop it through one of the bottom pieces of the chain, and then I go ahead and tie that around the pool noodle. So the pieces of the chain are actually attached to the zip tie, and the zip tie is attached to the pool noodle. And this is a really great secure way to hang this hanger versus trying to stick it through the pool noodle. It's gonna mess up that way. Once the chains are on, I flip this over and I just add some more floral pieces to the bottom of this. Now this is a chandelier I'm going to be hanging outside. I hung this off of a piece of rope in my backyard. This is how it looks before the solar lights start to turn on. It's still a gorgeous piece. It was really windy and it didn't go anywhere. Now this is how it looked at sunset. The lights are just starting to glow. It just looks so freaking pretty. This is how it looks at nighttime with no sun whatsoever. It is so beautiful. You can try putting the solar lights at the bottom. The issue with that is it might not fully charge. It needs direct sunlight at the very top of those pieces. So that's why I put the solar lights at the top versus the bottom of my chandelier. But you can give it a try doing it the other way around. This is what I see in the morning when I wake up too. It's so beautiful. We're gonna do an easy project now, but stick around for the one after this. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's gorgeous. However, this one, like I said, is easy. You're gonna get a wire basket from Dollar Tree as well as a solar light. This one is actually from my local hardware store. Again, you're gonna take the stick that it comes with off of it. Now you wanna get some thin twine, string, it's up to you. I'm using some twine that I got from Dollar Tree. And you're gonna cut 2 pieces similar in size and place those inside of your solar light. Now attach the solar light back together. This is why you want to use a thin piece of string or twine. If you use something thicker, you won't be able to attach it back together. Now place the solar light inside of your wire basket and feed the twine or whatever that you used through the wire basket. Now make a knot with the twine so that it is now attached to the wire basket. You can again flip the solar light down if you want to, but the issue becomes the solar panel is not directly hitting the sun, so it might not charge. That's something you can try out yourself. Now after you have that piece tied, you're going to take the rest of the twine and tie it at the top so that now you have something to hang this off of. To hang this piece, I am using a plant hanger that I got from Dollar Tree. I push it through my ground and then just hang the wire basket off of the planters. And now I have, honestly, they look like little lambs. I just have them right by our shed. They're super cute and I just like the way that they turned out, and they're really, really easy to make. This is such an easy DIY. You're gonna pick up a hula hoop and you are gonna cut 1/3 of the hula hoop off. No matter the size, whether you got a small hula hoop like I did or a larger hula hoop. Now you wanna get 2 broom handles from Dollar Tree. You are going to twist off the top of your handle. When you do this, there is going to be a hole, and then you're going to take that piece you twist off and place it on the bottom of the handle. Next up, you're going to take your hula hoop and feed both of your ends through your broom handles. Both ends of the broom handle don't have a hole. That's why you took that one piece off, exposing the hole so that you could feed your hula hoop through it. Now take some duct tape and wrap it around where the hula hoop and broom handles meet. It doesn't matter if the duct tape gets all bunched up and it isn't perfect, it's gonna get covered up anyway. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna pick up some pool noodles from Dollar Tree. I recommend going with the green ones if you use a bunch of greenery like I did. That way, if any of the greenery doesn't wrap around a certain area of the pool noodle, it blends in. So what you're gonna do is you are going to feed your pool noodles through the handles and over the hula hoop. So you need at least 3 pool noodles for this. I went ahead and cut down the 2 pool noodles that go on the side because I want about 8 inches of the handle still showing so that I could push the handles into the ground. Then I go back with some duct tape and I duct tape wherever 2 pool noodles meet each other. Okay, so this is the fun part. You want to pick up some greenery and start wrapping it around your pool noodles. Now to attach my greenery to my pool noodles, I use zip ties. I highly recommend using zip ties when it comes to attaching greenery to things. That way you can always reuse the greenery. I do this all the time and I have a lot of greenery that I'm able to use over and over again. I ended up making 3 of these, and the one that you end up seeing at the end that is the most pink of them all, that was a bunch of greenery that I've used in previous DIYs, and I was able to reuse it because I used zip ties to attach it versus hot glue. This greenery you see me using is from Hobby Lobby. Don't ever pay full price for anything from Hobby Lobby. Everything goes on sale every other week. Now this garland you see here with the roses I got from Michael's, and I had some vouchers. The good thing about Michael's, they have a rewards program, and when you spend so much money you get like $5, $10 off. So I was able to use mine and my sister's vouchers to get these at an even more discounted price. Now this is what really inspired this DIY. These flower solar lights that Dollar Tree recently got in. I saw these and I thought that they would look so pretty with an arch, especially since they absorb light and then they would glow at nighttime. So I really wanted to do an arch. I ended up cutting down the stem so that I had a shorter stem, so then I could feed these floral pieces through my pool noodle without them poking totally through the back. If you feel like this isn't secure enough, you can add a little bit of hot glue. Now go ahead, cut off any crazy zip tie pieces that are showing. I decided to add some, I call them Christmas lights, but it's just string lights around my pool noodles that I made. Now I'm gonna show you guys this in all its glory first and then show you the breakdown of them all. But this is how 3 of these turned out. It is so pretty. This is it glowing at nighttime. It is just so gorgeous. I felt like this looked like somebody was gonna get proposed to in my backyard. It is beautiful. I love the way that this turned out, but I want to share with you guys the stages of what it looks like. So this is what it looks like with none of the solar lights glowing, no lights turned on whatsoever. It's still a beautiful piece. Remember, you don't have to put every arch side by side. Don't have to do that. You can space them out some more. This is what it looks like late sunset, and that is my sister Rebecca. I asked her to pretend that she was reading a book and drinking coffee for this video, so everybody thank Becca. She is going to win an Oscar for this amazing acting. I'm completely kidding. Okay, and this is what it looks like at nighttime with the string lights turned off and just the solar lights on. I didn't place any of the solar lights in the middle arch just because I didn't have enough. And as you guys saw before, this is it with the string lights on. I love the way that this looks. It is so beautiful. And the good thing is this is sturdy, so if you live in a windy area, it'll hold up. Just make sure you leave enough broom handle to go into your ground. So that's why I left 8 inches. Before I made these smaller pieces, I tried making a larger one, but pool noodle and broomsticks aren't gonna cut it for something like that. It's too weighted if you try to make it taller, and there's not enough support underneath. And that's actually what this is. I was recording it, and then when I tried to pick it up, it didn't work. So this is me realizing it's a failure. Here's another easy hack before we move on to something that is just so stunning. If you have an outside lantern that you want to glow when it turns night, put solar lights inside of it. You also want to place one of Dollar Tree's candle mirrors inside of the lantern. The light that reflects inside of the mirror really just makes the solar light that much more vibrant. Because of the type of lantern I have, I decided to glue some styrofoam pieces at the bottom, then glue the mirror on top of the styrofoam and add some greenery picks underneath the mirror. I then glue the solar light to the mirror. For some reason, that solar light stopped working on me when I tried to film it at night, so instead I had to put a piece of the solar light from Dollar Tree inside of the one that was from the hardware store. So that's why the color is more blue versus that warm white. This next project is heavily based off of the first project. I'm actually not using solar lights in this one, but I still wanted to share it because it's related to the first project, and you guys just watch it because it is so beautiful. Essentially, you're doing the same thing as before. You're gonna get a hula hoop and you're gonna put pool noodle around the hula hoop. The reason I do this is because if I just put the garland around the hula hoop, it's gonna look kind of flimsy just because the hula hoop is so thin. Now you're gonna need at least 2 hula hoops for this project in 2 different sizes. So I have a small hula hoop and then a larger one with the exact same thing on top of them, pool noodle. This part isn't necessary, but I wanted to do it, and I'll explain why. First of all, I got this brown ribbon at Hobby Lobby, originally $3.99, half off. I paid $2 for it. What I'm doing is wrapping the ribbon around the hula hoop, and I don't worry about it being perfect. There's still going to be some pool noodle showing through. I'm not too worried about it, but I want mainly brown to be showing just in case my floral or greenery isn't covering those areas. I roll the ribbon around both of my hula hoops and then I start to add my greenery. The greenery I'm using is some garland that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I needed a few pieces for both of my hula hoops, and this is what I have to say about that, because sometimes people bring up price, like you're paying a good amount for the floral pieces or the greenery. Yes, it can be pricey sometimes, but look for sales, and it's going to cost you a whole lot more to buy this off of Etsy, or worse, to buy it with actual fresh floral pieces. It's so expensive for something like this. It's definitely cheaper to make it yourself. Again, to attach everything, I'm using zip ties. This greenery you see me using right now is the greenery I used to make those arches. Obviously, I don't keep everything that I make because I make so many DIYs on my channel, so I do a lot of reusing things, and that's what I mean about the zip ties. That's what's nice about them. I'm able to reuse stuff all the time if I use my zip ties. The roses I am using are from Michaels. I actually got them, I don't know, like 5 years ago, probably longer than that. And they carry them every single year, but I got them about that long ago when they were on sale for 70% off at the end of summer. And like I said, they pretty much carry these every single year around summertime. I know right now they have them for about $5. You know, go with something that suits your budget. In my opinion, look for things that are on sale and then go from there. And of course, I zip tie these on. I don't glue them on. We're going to make this hang the same way as before. You're going to get the plant hanger with the 3 chains from Dollar Tree and attach those to your hula hoops. Now you're just going to attach this to your very top hula hoop. Then the way you'll attach the second hula hoop to the one that's has the plant hanger is by using these S hooks from Dollar Tree, the bigger ones. You just hook the top hula hoop and the bottom hula hoop together with this. That's how you make this stunning floral chandelier. Now, I was having a hard time getting the good angle for this just because this thing was hanging by my TV and it would just look funny anytime the TV popped up. So I am showing it in that like slim, I don't even know what you call, vertical video. Not the biggest fan of filming like that, but I wanted to give you guys the picture and the setup that I envision. I don't envision a TV right beside a chandelier like this, so I just had to cut out the TV somehow. This is just absolutely stunning. I had a woodland theme for my wedding and I would have loved to have a bunch of these just hanging from everywhere. And of course, if you like, you can add solar lights to this. For our final hack, you can get the terrarium planters from Dollar Tree and fill them up with some of the Dollar Tree face filler or gems. The reason you're going to do this is so that the solar light bounces off of the gems and it creates a really pretty glow. So once you have those inside of there, you can place your solar light in the inside. I would have rather gone with the ones that have the silver top. I just ran out of those. Then you just loop a piece of twine or string through the top of the terrarium planter so that you can hang these. I think it'd be so pretty to hang a bunch of these off of a tree. It would just look like a bunch of little glowing bubbles. Now, recording solar lights at night gets tricky. I tried to hang them off of a tree, but you couldn't see anything. You just saw the ball itself. It was hard to pick up on camera. So this is it during sunrise. Again, the light wasn't showing too much. So then I tried again at nighttime near some of my string lights so that you can see it a little bit better. I really wanted to show it on the tree, it's just there's no lighting near the tree. So that's it for the solar light DIYs. My favorite, it's hard to say, but I think I like the arches. I think they were just so pretty, but I also like the chandelier. I don't know, I like them all. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.